Trying not to lose my shit. I'm just trying not to lose my shit.
But I wonder where were you when I was at my worst, down on my knees. And you said you had my back, so I wonder where were you when all the roads you took came back to me. And so I'm following the map that leads to you, the map that leads to you. Ain't nothing I can do. The map that leads to following.
You have to sing now when you see we're at war right now.
Yes.
We're at war, my friend. You need.
I don't care.
You need to get yourself together, Boot. You need to stop your nonsense. But anyway,
hey, I'm going to sing at any moment, anytime, any day, any place, okay?
While you do that, I got myself a rocket launcher. But anyway, guys, welcome to another episode of TemGameBoyz. Alright, so this episode, I want to do something different. I want to go ahead and try to do something interesting. So, okay. They just exploded somehow. But yeah, my idea is that I want to have, like, you know, a time for us to have some hot takes on video games. Me and you.
Oh boy.
Yes, but nothing like corporate, but like I'm talking about like characters, titles, stuff like that. Like if you like something, dislike something, this and that, you know, so on and so forth. Okay? So I want to try to go ahead and have this episode today. Alright, but this,
Alright then.
Alright, I want you to go first this time.
Alright, very big hot take about a video game. I think Helldivers 2 should be a little optimized for single player, because it's really annoying that I always have to have my goddamn friends playing with me in order to play the harder missions. They should optimize it for single player.
I can agree with that.
I know that's gonna piss off a lot of people though.
Yeah,
Because like I've seen people say this and get absolutely crucified online.
No, I understand that. I think it's because like mostly like the game really wasn't intentionally made for multiplayer, but I can understand like your position on that one.
You mean for single player, right?
Yeah, like I mean it wasn't intended for single player. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. But no, I completely understand that point of view.
Thing is, I feel like video games need to be fun, because like I feel like the best multiplayer games are also games that people will have the most fun playing by themselves as well. Like, for example, I've always found it kind of strange how we go from multiplayer games like Ratchet Deadlock in the Borderlands series, where you can go through the entire campaign with friends and shit, but you can also play that shit by yourself and have just as fun of a time.
Yeah.
To now to games where you need to have people playing with you in order to have fun. I felt like that's kind of weird. Like, I'm okay with it in some games, like Team Fortress and shit like that, but I feel like Helldivers, like, I feel like that's a game that, for all intents and purposes, I feel like it shouldn't be necessary to have your friends with you just so you can play, you know.
Yeah.
We are on a mission to save
No, I completely understand that.
Yourself and put your hands down. You look ridiculous.
Actually,
No.
I don't care who you are.
No, but I completely understand that from that aspect, because I try to do like things for like, you know, Helldivers 2 by myself on major levels, but then at one point it's like it's also the fact that you need like certain gear to make it fun.
Up a busted robot. Give me some bolts for bus fare and it's yours.
Yeah, he did this to pay for college.
You need 2,000 bolts for fucking bus fare?
Whatever.
And he swims.
I think we just got ripped off.
And he just swims.
We got fucking ripped off.
We're about to test our newest
And he just
automated
swims.
pilot's helmet. This helmet allows pilots to control our latest
Nice.
high-tech fighters using only their thoughts. Please enjoy the demonstration.
Oh, let's see this.
I feel like this helmet's a load of bullshit.
Well, if you see, it's right there.
We still have a few minor adjustments to make.
Wow.
See?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Kinks worked out of that thing. I have got to get me one of those.
All right, no problem.
If they are working for Chairman Drek, they may know where he is.
There you go. We get that stuff like
think
that.
about Drek this and Drek that. I got my own problems.
If you cannot see the
Damn,
importance
okay.
of this situation, you do have problems.
Yeah? Well, if you're so smart, how come you fell for Quark's stupid trick?
He has a point though.
Ah, forget it.
Ratchet, if you don't stop being a little bitch, I'm going to shove my metal fist up your ass.
Yeah, I'm going to crawl into your asshole and then expand into a giant robot. All right.
Does he do that in this game?
I think he does actually. I'm not sure. Was he?
I thought that was introduced in the second game.
No, I think he does do it in this game in one part, but you know I think that's later on. But all right, here's my hot take. Okay, automatically, and this one, if you don't like it, fuck it. All right, there's a whole line where you can kiss my ass. I highly stand behind that comment. All right, Samus Aran. We all know who Samus Aran is.
Yeah.
Automatically, she is the queen of video games. I'm gonna say that 100%.
Yeah, I can see why you'd say that.
100%. If you start off NES, right there, you played the first ever Metroid game. First ever Metroid game. Right there, Samus Aran, and I died. No problem. But Samus Aran is definitely one of the first characters that you go ahead and see, the first characters that you end up being as, and they don't realize that it's a woman until like late in the game. She is the queen of gaming, and she is the face of every female video character. I'm going to say
No,
that.
I get that. I get that. Because she is one of the first female video game characters people ever played as. Right? I feel like Lara Croft might be the princess then.
I could say, I would say Laura has a major part of it. I want to say Laura has a...
Well, who would be the princess then?
Okay, so, well, of course, princess is going to be Princess Peach. Like, legitimately...
But you don't really get to play as Peach until much later games, and unlike Laura... And, like, the difference between Peach and Samus is that, in fact, Peach and Lara Croft, is that Lara Croft actually has a goddamn personality. Like, she has a character that develops and changes.
I would rather put Lara Croft in the best female adventurer. If you look at everything like a female adventurer, Lara Croft is #1 on that spot.
Yeah, but she's like a female adventurer in gaming. Like, she's specifically... Like, she is a gaming character.
Yeah, of course, I know. But, like, I'm just saying, like, they all have, like, categories. Like for instance, like, this is why, like, if I say, like, the queen of I would say, of fighting games, I would automatically say Chun-Li. Automatically.
Okay, so Samus is just, like, the queen of, like, I don't know, like, 2D games?
No. So, why I say Samus is the queen of video games in general is because before that there was no other start of female characters. There was no other start of any characters in general that you play as. She was the #1. So that's why I'm saying, like, she was the #1 because she was the #1 out there. So
You mean female characters?
yes. If I say, like, in categories, she is the #1 in Metroidvania type games or platform games. Yes. But then it's kind of hard to do so because she also has a 3D type game, so 3D first person shooter. So, like, there is something on that, but it's still also a Metroidvania game, even in 3D. So, but otherwise, as I said, like, she's the queen of gaming because she is the first ever female character in gaming. But if we put Lara Croft in, like, in a rank, absolutely, like top 10. She's part of the top 10. But she's the best, in my opinion, the best adventurer. Like, if you think Aloy, no. If you think, like, anybody else, no. Lara Croft, #1, even possibly I would say, one of the #1 adventurers in general.
Alright.
Yeah, so, and I'll tell you why. There's also another reason why I say that about Samus Aran. Samus Aran on her own is responsible for games such as Hollow Knight, for games such as Castlevania Symphony of the Night, I believe it's Symphony of the Night, yes, the one that with Alucard. And also she is responsible for games such as Dark Souls, 100%. And the reason why is because Dark Souls on its own is a Metroidvania type game. So when Metroidvania first came out, it started off with regular Metroid, and then you also have Metroid, Super Metroid, Metroid 2 for the Game Boy, all of that, and then Symphony of the Night started to do its own thing with Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow, Hollow Knight Silk Song, other games such as I would say Strider. Strider does similar things in regards to that as well. And guess what? It's all because Samus Aran did that main thing, did that main story, and she also did everything in the in that aspect to start those types of things. And I stand by that statement.
Basically, she's the queen because she's had like the most influence over gaming.
Yes, her influence in gaming, her influence in characters. I'm telling you right now, I don't care what anybody says. There is no, I wouldn't say Master Chief is a thing. I wouldn't say like, Jesus Christ, why am I all the way back here? All right,
They keep getting flubbernucked.
Yeah, but I don't know why all the way back here. But anyway. But,
wait, why do you still only have like 4 life things? Aren't you supposed to be able to get more?
Yes, but it's not until later. Because you have to either pay for that shit, or you have to go ahead and get it in a different area. I think this is one of the areas where you get it.
Jesus fucking Christ, how many planets are in this goddamn game?
There's a lot of them. There's a whole bunch of them. I think in the new one it was 12 on each side. Bro.
No, you're supposed to hit the top of it.
Well, it even lets you hit the other area. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do that at first. But next hot take, your turn.
Alright, guess for the next hot take I'd probably have, it's gonna sound a little weird, probably piss off a lot of people, but I genuinely think that more video games, specifically like older video games, I think more video games need to be rebooted. Like, genuinely, I feel like with modern day controls and graphics and shit, I genuinely do think more video games need to have reboots, because the Spyro Reignited and Crash Insane Trilogy have just convinced me that reboots can actually be very beneficial for video games. Plus, when you go back and play a lot of older games, a lot of them haven't aged that well. Like, the first Psychonauts, it is not aged that well. I love it to death. One of my favorite fucking games, but the controls are really fucking janky. Even the developers of the first Psychonauts game themselves, like, even they admit that, yeah, the controls are janky and the combat is not very good. Okay? The story is great, the characters are great, a lot of the level design is phenomenal. But the goddamn fucking... But again, the janky controls, really weird. But then you get to better games like Sly Cooper. I'm sorry, but Sly Cooper has needed a remake for years. I feel like with improved level design and whatnot, like... Especially the second game, because I love Sly 2. I think it's one of the best. It's, in my opinion, like one of the best of the trilogy, of the entire... stealth-based video games in general. But even I have to admit that my biggest issue in general is the fact that Sly Cooper really does not, like, I feel like the second game hasn't really aged too well. In my opinion, that is. I feel like there's a lot more that can be done with the Sly series that a lot of people don't really talk about, and it's just kind of annoying. Like, there are a lot of video games that should get remakes. And at this point, I feel like more remakes for older video games, both good and bad, would allow for many more video game franchises as a whole to finally get the limelight that they deserve. And I know people are gonna fucking crucify me for that because, you know, we live in an area where we do want more originality and less remakes. But considering there are so many video game series that have barely gotten their time to shine, I mean, when else are we gonna get? When else are they gonna get it?
No, I honestly completely agree with you on that. I think a lot of them need to be remastered. I think a lot of them did not age really well. They should have aged a lot better.
Hell, Oblivion recently got a remaster.
Yeah, and they might get to a point where.
No, never mind.
Oh no, they
See ya.
Not so fast,
Oh, we're sorry. No, I
You're
was paying
going
attention to
into
this.
that compound even if I have to throw you.
There is a way to
Ventilation shaft leads to the turret platform.
like there is a thing where they said that Fallout 3 is actually getting a remaster also.
Yeah, same with New Vegas.
Yeah. So I can't wait for that.
You've shown bravery by making it this far, soldier. And for that, I reward you.
Nice.
I intercepted this communique that you might find
Communique.
Take it. I'm off to find my battalion. Good luck.
Damn.
Well, your battalion fucking left.
I hope this message finds you well. As many of you know, our home planet is no longer habitable.
Who did his voice again?
Our laboratories and our
I can't. Hold on a second.
I know I know because I've heard of it.
Fortunately, the nearby planets will supply us with all we need to create our
Kevin Michael Richardson.
Yeah, because he's done Darkseid.
Once our scientists locate the
He has done Darkseid.
Our new world will be perfect.
Oh, Paul Giamatti did his voice in the movie.
Good day.
Yeah, it's probably a
Now
different
you
movie.
understand why we must stop him. He won't rest until he has destroyed every planet in the galaxy.
Yeah? Well, I got bigger fish to fry.
Really?
Bigger than the galaxy?
Well, different fish anyway. Look, didn't that commando guy say we could get into that compound?
All right,
Yes,
someone's gonna get
by
to the
using the
ventilation shaft.
But we will need something special to walk on that.
Fine. Let's get going then. We'll come back later.
I think I know where to
A
go.
pair of Gagatron Magna boots to traverse this ventilation shaft. Unfortunately, our scanners do not detect any Magna boots on this planet.
Damn it! So we gotta go someplace else. Fine, I didn't want it anyway. Alright, no, but okay. Next hot take. Alright. And I've said this many fucking times. And I will stand by this. Cause I don't get why people. I've always tried to ask people why is this a thing with them? They can never fucking answer a question to it. Towards it. Tifa is really overrated. I don't understand why any Final Fantasy character, Tifa is that fucking great. I don't understand it. I understand. Oh my goodness, she uses melee. She's a fighter. Cool, awesome, that's great. Let's be real. Until they actually came out with the actual backstory of Crisis Core, she was bland. There was not that craziness. I don't understand. People would just like the character because seriously, it was just a woman in a white t-shirt. Let's be real. Let's be 100% real. Because I can name 5, probably 10 out of the bat of characters who honestly have a better backstory and also are better characters in general. But that's just me. What? No surprise? No, nothing to say on that?
No, I mean, you've said it before. Just because I don't agree doesn't mean you haven't said it.
Oh no, because I thought you were gonna go ahead and say something.
No, because I mean, you've said stuff like this multiple times. Like, I get it.
Cool helmet.
Yeah.
That is a sonic summoner. It is
It's
used
like-
to attract sand mice.
It's like to a point where I'm like, I just want to understand like why There's so many characters.
The main reason people love Tifa so much is because Tifa, for a lot of characters, hell, for just a lot of people in general, was one of the first strong female characters they saw in video gaming. That's literally why, besides Samus Aran and a lot of other, fucking female characters. Plus, unlike other strong female characters that you usually see in fiction, Tifa's genuinely, very likable and actually a pretty sweet person towards the people she really loves, which is something that you didn't really see that much at the time. Strong female character at the time was just, she's a bitch that's sometimes sweet. Tifa is usually sweet most of the time until someone actually pisses her off. Again, Tifa's a character that, yeah, there are plenty of better characters and all that, but at the end of the day, people grew up with this character. She's overrated because of how many people fell in love with her.
Yeah, but
That's
I don't understand the idea of now people are like, oh, well, why don't we put her in Tekken? I'm like, are we serious? Is why? In what aspect should we put Tifa in Tekken? Why? Because it's just a simple fighting game? No, come on. I'm like.
Well, I mean, if other characters from Final Fantasy and whatnot can show up, then yeah, it makes sense. She is one of the biggest faces in the Final Fantasy franchise. Again, not the biggest, but yeah, there are probably some others that are a lot bigger. But at the end of the day, there are people out there who just really love this character, and considering she was one of the first, it makes sense that it makes sense that she would eventually show up.
Yeah, I guess, but I think there should be a lot more use of better characters. I think there are better characters in my opinion. I would say even Aerith and Yuffie are better in character. But
I'll agree with Yuffie, not so much Aerith.
Yeah, it's just like stuff like that. I could say Yuffie by character could possibly be better, or Aerith could be better. But yeah. But all right, your turn.
Okay. Because again, I didn't really prepare any hot takes for this. That's why I'm just a little
Well, yeah, it was right off the bat. So.
I guess another gaming hot take I personally have is that I feel like, I guess this is a more recent one. I feel like most people don't understand that good video games don't get modded, which I know sounds weird, but everyone says, oh, shout out to mid video games that have great modding communities, and they always put Minecraft, Skyrim, and Terraria in there. I'm like, you do know that good games don't get modded. If the games weren't good in vanilla, they wouldn't be getting all these mods for them in the first place.
Yeah.
And I feel like every time I say that, people are like, okay, well, then maybe people should just leave the game alone then. And I'm like, motherfucker, people mod these games because of how good they are. That's the whole point. They mod these games because they love them and because they want to see more out of them. They literally don't want to put these games down, so they mod them.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of modding the game, because they want to play more of it, and because the companies don't make more shit, they want to make more shit.
Fair enough. Well, I would say, don't know how the hell that happened, but what I would say is yes, I agree with that, but I think also to a point, there is also a thing where you need to understand if a company also doesn't want you to mod, they have every right to tell you don't mod. I would say that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. But no, yeah, some people mod certain games because they want to go ahead and actually add in more to what the game could actually have. So it's 100% where if a company or if a place allows you to do so, then yeah, I don't think there should be no issue with modding, especially with certain aspects like that, or certain characters, or certain games, even if they're made or not. Is that people will support these games? Is exactly what you said. So if people support them, just let them do it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what other hot take I have. I'm trying to see, like, okay. All right, so I'm gonna.
You're the one who planned this. You
Yeah,
should have better
well-
hot takes than me.
Well, no, like, cause like it's not really something new that I said before, but I think I'm probably gonna say this. I'm sorry, but like now, Expedition 33 shows me that, and this is a hot take, that a lot of gamers don't know what the fuck a good game is. It like now we get the ball and gun gamers getting called out left and right, and then when Expedition 33 pops in. People were talking about, oh, well, nobody talked about this game. Like, dude, everybody spoke about this game. A lot of people spoke about this game. There was so much talk about this game since the demo. And then now all of a sudden, it's like these are the same guys that only play Call of Duty. If you play only Call of Duty, you don't know what a good game is. I'm going to say that straightforward.
You can't suck on these things. These are some balls that are unsuckable.
Yeah, and that also goes in with even Dark Souls players. Like, when people see, like, now, like, that everything is not a Dark Souls game, then now there is things like Expedition 33 coming out, or there is games that like Silk Song being a thing. It's like, bro, like, then that means...
Isn't Silk Song a Souls-like?
I would say yes, but...
Because, yeah, Hollow Knight and Silk Song are both considered
No,
Souls-like.
yes, no, so, no, but, like, there are games, like, you know, excuse me, like Expedition 33, or there are games, like, you know, like, similar to...
Wait, you can shoot the boxes with the turret.
I know, that's what I was about to do. There are games that are out there, like Oblivion and Skyrim, and there are games that are out there that are actually pretty decent that aren't Souls-like games, because I feel like...
Basically, if you only play one type of video game, you have no right to tell people what a good game is.
Yeah, it's like, it's also the fact that, like, it's also certain types of video games. Like, if you only play Souls-like, I don't want to hear a fucking thing about you.
Yeah, if you only play 2K or Call of Duty, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to hear anything about you. Like, that's just one thing, because in my opinion, also with Dark Souls, a lot of these motherfuckers are allergic to a story. I'm sorry. These
What are you talking about? Dark Souls players fucking love storytelling.
They love storytelling. I've never heard of like, I could go ahead and actually ask people.
I mean, yeah, they might be kind of... I mean, yeah, like, direct storytelling is... Like, what? Well, okay, yeah, direct storytelling might obviously be something that a lot of them aren't too fond of, because Dark Souls hides its story throughout a lot of its game, but Dark Souls... Like, the Dark Souls universe and world has a pretty straightforward story. Thing is, it's one of those games where you have to work for it.
No, that's...
Like, you have to go out of your way to look for the goddamn story. It's not directly told to you.
Yeah, it's not the idea that it's a bad story. No, not at all. It's just the idea that these mofos, like most of the time I ask someone, hey, explain to me what the story is if you're such a good fan of it. None of them can fucking do so. None of them...
Oh, that's because Dark Souls has a confusing as shit story.
Yeah, and then it's like...
That's the problem. It's not... Like, it's a story, and it's pretty decent, but it's not, like, fucking Citizen Kane. It is a very annoying as shit story to try and understand, because even the writers of the Dark Souls games themselves aren't writing a good fucking story.
Yeah, and then, like, no, but then when I hear, like, a Dark Souls player, like, tell me, oh, I want to play this because the story bothers me or it bores me, or it gets to a point where it's like, there's nothing really important, great about the story. I'm like, what's a better game with a better story? They don't even tell me that it's Dark Souls. They can't tell me that it's Dark Souls. Like, bro, are you kidding me?
Yeah, like Dark Souls lore is confusing as shit.
Yeah, like, if it's confusing, I can understand that. But if you're telling me, you're telling me that, oh, well, Dark Souls has a really good story. All right, what's great about the story? You can't tell me nothing? I don't want to hear a fucking thing.
Exactly. Like, explain why the story. Because to me, the reason I like the story so much is because it kind of flips itself on its head. It's one of the few narratives that's able to successfully flip a lot of its ideas on its head.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea of Dark Souls is that you're playing as the quote-unquote undead, and you're fighting to, you know, protect a bunch of gods and shit. And one of the biggest twists in the franchise, which, I mean, you don't care because you don't like Dark Souls, is that the whole undead thing is bullshit, and the gods that, you know, are trying to stop you, they're lying.
Yeah, and no, like apparently in one major story of a Dark Souls game, it's either Dark Souls or I think it's Elden Ring.
Now this is cool.
Awesome. So we got a helmet.
have acquired a pilot
No, but
manufactured
apparently is a thing where
allow you to fly jet fighters via neural induction.
what the fuck does that do? Don't care. But anyway, like there's like one where apparently you cause the apocalypse. I'm like, okay, you know, cool. Why are we causing?
I think that's Dark Souls 2.
I'm like, Dark Souls 2. Why are we causing the apocalypse? Like, what's the story of Demon Souls? Like is that type of situation? But like,
a lot of people can't explain the story, but
no,
they try
but,
to praise it even though
yes,
they don't know what it is.
Exactly, and I fucking hate it with a passion when it's like they glaze over the story, and it's like I could understand like people find it entertaining because I feel like as if like they go to a point where it's like, oh, you know, it's entertaining because it's just Dark Souls. Like, bro, like I can like there's a lot of Souls like games that are like very, very bad. We know this. Oh, punching.
What do you mean by very bad?
Like the Surge.
Oh,
The Surge was terrible.
Oh.
Like Let It Die was terrible. And that was the free to play one. Salt and Sacrifice, where Salt and Sanctuary was better. There was like a whole bunch of them. But otherwise, yeah, that's just why. But guys, we're gonna continue on for another time. Definitely leave a like, leave a subscribe, turn on your notifications, hit that bell, and stay tuned for another episode of TemGameBoyz.
Bye, guys.
The abnormal is normal when sweatpants and messy hair become formal. I felt